We're following some breaking news right now. A number of people have gotten sick, possibly from an E. coli outbreak in our state.
The illnesses may be linked to a chain of restaurants. King 5's Jessica Jenner Castro joining us now with the latest. Jessica.
Yeah, hi. Health officials say the outbreak possibly linked to 4 different Evergreen restaurants in Seattle. 6 people say they got sick after eating a salad. A 7th person did not eat at Evergreens but has the same strain as the others. The restaurants in question are in the U District, Pioneer Square, the International District, and also downtown at 3rd and Marion. What's interesting here is that the health department doesn't believe this outbreak is tied to the national outbreak of E. coli in romaine lettuce grown in Salinas, California. Right now, testing on samples from Evergreens is underway, and we're still waiting to hear those results.
There's also the possibility, all of the people that ate at Evergreens, a lot of them also had consumed raw vegetables and leafy greens outside of Evergreens. So it's possible that there is a common source connecting all of these cases that is not actually associated with Evergreens, and we're still investigating that.
And that was Megan Kay, a medical epidemiologist with the health department. Officials aren't recommending people stop eating salad, but they are recommending people wash vegetables really well, even their bag lettuce. Mark, Joyce, back to you.